Hello everyone, got another dirty joke for you today. So Bob meets with an old man to buy a motorcycle. Bob pays the man for the bike, and just before he leaves, the old man hands him a jar of Vaseline and tells him that whenever it's about to rain, to coat the bike with it to prevent rusting. Bob puts the jar in his jacket pocket, thanks the man, and leaves with his shiny new ride. Later that night, Bob picks up his girlfriend, Sarah, on his new motorcycle. They are going to Sarah's parents' house for dinner, and this is the first time Bob is going to meet them. The two of them pull up to the parents' house on the bike and proceed to walk to the front door. Before going in, however, Sarah stops Bob and says, "Before we head inside, I should tell you something. My family has always been very competitive, and we have always played this game at dinner where everyone remains silent and the first person to talk has to do the dishes." Bob shrugs and they head in. About an hour later, the four of them are sitting down to a lovely meal. Just as Sarah mentioned, no one is talking. A few minutes into dinner, though, Bob decides he has to test this little game. He looks over to Sarah and begins kissing her in front of her parents. Neither of them say a word, so Bob takes it a bit further. He lifts Sarah's dress and starts fondling her breasts right at the table. Again, neither parent looks up from their meal. Bob is stunned but keeps going. He lifts Sarah onto the table and begins pounding her. Not a word. Bob can't believe it, but he's in this far and is determined to get one of them to break. He walks over to Sarah's mom, bends her over the table, and starts going right in front of her husband. He doesn't make a peep. Suddenly there is a loud clap of thunder outside, and Bob remembers his motorcycle. He reaches into his jacket pocket and grabs the Vaseline. Sarah's dad sees the jar in Bob's hand, slams his knife and fork down onto the table, and yells, "All right, I'll do the damn dishes."